Welcome back to AB's Kitchen. Thank you all for returning. But today, we're going to make a meal today that consists of all these vegetables before me. We're having smothered pork chops and yellow squash. This is a good meal, a quick meal. So what we have here is all the seasonings that I'm going to be using. So therefore, we will be making pork chops, y'all, and squash. This is gonna be good. I'll see you in a minute. Okay guys, I have seasoned my flour and lightly floured my pork chops. The oil is nice and hot and ready for it to accept the pork chops. And guess what, guys? We will be back when these are done. Okay, y'all, we're getting color to it. After a while, it'll be time for those to come out. And then we'll make the gravy for them to smother them in. Okay, and we're taking out the last pork chop, you guys. Okay, now some of that nice and crust you see down there, that's okay. And we're putting some of the seasoned flour in here because we're going to make our gravy now. And this is how you make a roux. And it's okay. It's going to be all right with this. It's getting all the seasons and that was left in the bottom of the pot. I'm gonna put a little more flour in there. And we're just gonna let this flour cook for a minute because we don't want it to taste like, you know, glunky flour. We want it to taste like a good gravy. So we're gonna let that cook for a minute. And then I'm gonna add some vegetables over in there. And these vegetables, we want them to cook a little because the meat is already done. So we just want the vegetables to get a little soft in there, and it's picking up the taste and the spices of the gravy, of the flour to make this gravy. And here comes the water. And we're gonna let this cook for a little bit, and we'll be back when the gravy has formed. Okay, now you all can see this gravy is getting a little thicker here. I added some more water, and I put a half a teaspoon of cornstarch in here to make this silky smooth. Look at it, guys. Your vegetables are getting nice and soft. They have picked up the flavor of the seasonings. And now I'm going to add the pork chops back in here. to put a top over this and let it do its thing while we wait for it to do that. We're going to start preparing the squash. Okay guys, so now I got the pork chops cooking. They're in the gravy. I put some foil over the top. Couldn't find the top big enough, but it's okay. It's still doing its thing. Meanwhile, I cut up the vegetables, the yellow squash, and I have the onions that's gonna go on there. And that's all you need is some butter to put in the pan, the squash and some onions, and your seasonings of your choice. And it's very easy, guys, and it will come out just like it's gonna come out for me. So I'll meet you over at the stove. And all you need is, this is 2 squash. It can even feed up to 5 people. And they're cut about the same width. I just did it by hand. And my seasonings that I'm gonna put on here, I'm gonna put a little thyme, and some pepper. Okay, and then I'm going to top it off with the onions. And guys, you're going to let this just come to a little simmer. When you know it's time to turn it over, they'll become a little brown. And then you just turn it over and then add a little water. And that's all you have to do to this. And you can taste it and see how much seasoning you want to put in there. This is what I'm putting in. And the squash should be great. Okay, we'll be back when it's done. Dinner is almost done. And that is the yellow squash. Just getting there. And a little broccoli. So look at that squash. It smells great, guys. Okay, guys, and I am back. And dinner is done. Today we made smothered pork chops. And we made yellow squash. And a little broccoli on the side. This family loves broccoli. But look at this pork chop. Crochet. Okay guys, we are back and the dinner is done, and today we made pork chops, smothered pork chops, and yellow squash, and a little broccoli on the side. The family likes broccoli. So here's my plate, and here is this is good, you guys. Wow, I actually started eating on it before I decided to do this, but this gravy is really good. I didn't add any seasoning to the gravy because I put that in the flour. So when I used that seasoned flour, that was enough season to go into the gravy. Now, this is the real deal here, is what we wanted to see. And this is the yellow squash, and I'm pretty sure that they're good. This food is so hot. Y'all, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. It's just like my mama used to make. I'm gonna let her know how this is. This is really good. So thank you for coming back to 8B's Kitchen. Listen, like, share, comment, and subscribe. And we will be back because we're not going nowhere. Have a good day. I thought you wasn't feeling well. Oh, you too, huh? Both of y'all ready to eat. All right. Get it in.